Okay, now we are going to get a little bit more specific on some of the routes, and we'll start with the independent bakery routes we have listed. These are just various regional companies. They're going to be a little bit different. Before we get started, I got to give you the disclaimer. We have a lot of attorneys monitoring our site, and so we have to be careful on how we represent things. Bottom line is, we do not represent the companies being advertised, but rather the individual sellers and their distribution rights. The information contained in the videos are from previous questions and answers based on interaction with our sellers. So with that said, let's get started. The type of distributorship you can see is listed here, but the bottom line is selling ratios for these are going to be a lot more variable than when you get into more specific routes like Arnold and Snyder's and Pepperidge Farm, who offer financing. Most of our independent bakery routes do not offer financing. If you do need some type of financing, please visit our finance video or click on the financing link above here. Let's click on one of these and kind of give you a quick overview. As far as return on investment on these, you're probably looking at around 1.5 to 2 years of the cash flow. If you got a really motivated seller and they are looking for a cash deal, maybe 1 year ROI if you're lucky. Those 1 year ROIs are typically pretty rare to find. On average, when it's a cash deal, you're looking upward toward the 2 year return on your investment of the cash flow. If you scroll through here, you'll notice on all our listings it shows the status of it. If it says financing, it doesn't necessarily mean that there is seller financing, but rather we have access to financing that we can refer you out to. The cash flow is going to be representative of what the current owner makes after expenses. And of course, here's the price. We try to give you a day-to-day outline of what the business entails, the gross sales, expenses, etc. We'll even go as far as to somewhat narrow down where the location of the warehouse is. With independent bakeries, you do have a little bit more flexibility and you are allowed to hire employees, whereas some of the other companies, you must be an owner-operator. So depending on the company, depending on the district manager and who's doing the interviewing, they may allow you to purchase multiple routes and hire employees. You will have to kind of gauge that when you consult with the seller. We'll do our best to kind of feel that out for you as well. Hours of operation. With a lot of independent bakery routes, what they're doing is delivering to restaurants and things of that nature as opposed to grocery stores. So the hours are going to be different. You're more or less working like a third shift, that 10, 11 p.m. to 6 or 7 in the morning. The good thing about this is if you don't mind those hours, the good thing about this is it's all drop and go accounts, meaning you're not stocking shelves, you're not receiving deliveries through the back doors, which can be time consuming. So these are just straight drop and go accounts, and in a lot of cases these are cash accounts. So with the independent bakeries, yes, it's a cash deal, but at the same time you're able to run it as somewhat of an all cash business. So those are some things to kind of consider when you're going back and forth on what type of route you want to purchase. With vacation time, with any of our routes, if you need some time off, everybody does from time to time, that's not a problem. We recommend that you have somebody trained or hire them in advance so that you can allow for this time off. A lot of times when you purchase a route, you just network with other distributors in the area and they'll be able to forward you or recommend someone to you that can do this for you. So this concludes our independent bakery consultation. If you have questions, feel free to email us.